You're telling me that Lil Xan was hanging around.
He was stumbling around, fucked up off pills. Yeah, like he was just one of these regular kids that was hanging out around there.
Was this before his career took off?
Yes. And then one day his career blew up, and I was like, how the fuck did that? I didn't see it happening. Like I didn't think his music had that kind of.
Why was he hanging around? Is it because he knew that you were so big in the scene? He just wanted to make his presence known?
Yeah, there's like a photo from way back in the day that was just like a fan photo of him and me that's kind of crazy to look back on, just that he was thinking about me like that, and he just wanted to get his rap career going, so he was just kind of hanging around, you know.
Jeez, and he just blew up, and then afterwards you had him on the podcast and everything, and
yeah, like one of our biggest videos is just interviewing him after he blew up.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite videos. I have to say, I think that's how I was introduced to you, was through the Lil Xan video. Yeah, what was the one song? I'm blanking on the name. The one song that everyone
Betrayed.
Betrayed. It was a great song. I really like it, and
how could he never do that again? Like not even to talk shit about him, but like I never really understood. But I used to talk to his manager, and he said that he just wouldn't record. He'd be hanging out with like 10 girls a day.
He just wouldn't record.
But he was like 18 when that song took off.
He was pretty young, yeah.
Maybe he had less in his system when that song came out.
I think it is you can't handle that sort of attention and money at 18 and conceptualize it when you come from nothing.
But also, he was really bad with drugs, and since he was really young, which is like pretty much the whole story. Like if he had been sober during that time period, I feel like he would have been able to pull it together, but he was the opposite of sober.
Yeah, and it's rough when you give someone like that in that position access to anything that they would want. And for 2 years afterwards, he could pick anything and just be like, I want that, and then do it. I mean, and there's no one telling him no. Or maybe there are, but at that level, you could afford just to say, all right, well, you know what, go away.
I remember I went and I was hanging out with him and his former manager, Stat Quo, and it was right before South by Southwest, and he had some shows booked. And I don't think that they were like paid shows, or they're like pretty low paying shows, you know. And Stat was saying like, we got to go tomorrow. We're going to South by Southwest. And Lil Xan was like, fuck that. I make money online every day. I don't got to do that shit. And I remember his manager just saying like, this show is for Genius, you know, like genius.com is like fucking big ass platform. They could do a lot for you in terms of music and stuff. He's like, if you don't go to this show, they're not going to fuck with you again. They're not going to care about you anymore. If you don't rub their back right here, and not even that, but like you are booked. You said that you were going to go. If you don't go, it's going to be really, really bad for your career. And he didn't give a fuck. And I mean, that's just not how you become a popular artist. Most of the most popular artists I know are people who are kissing babies and shaking hands at the radio stations and shit. Not always. Sometimes you're so popular and cool that you don't have to do that. But, you know, realistically, he probably should have done that.